Hey my good friends, Sam Haymart with Test Driven TV. Chevrolet has just introduced an all-new redesigned 2024 Traverse 3-row crossover. There's a lot to talk about here, so we're going to have our first look inside and out, and then I'm going to tell you what I really think. A completely redesigned 2024 Chevrolet Traverse has been unveiled, likely the last new gasoline-powered midsize SUV from the brand. Still based on the Epsilon front-wheel drive architecture, the 3-row SUV is more truck-like in its styling outside, more tech-like inside, and has an all-new powertrain under the hood. Chevrolet wanted it to be more rugged and relatable to the imagery of their trucks, and in its sharp muscular style, that's arguably been achieved. In that way, a new Z71 off-road trim grade has been added that bolsters its overlanding cred among a sea of competitors adding similar trim grades. The Traverse Z71 not only looks the part of a more capable off-roader, but it backs it up with some mechanical upgrades like a 1-inch increase in ground clearance and a wider track. All-terrain tires are mounted to 18-inch wheels, and a unique front fascia enables a better approach angle. Underneath is an aluminum skid plate, and yes, you can see the obligatory red tow hooks. Suspension is specially tuned for off-roading, and the Z71 features a unique variation of the Traverse's twin-clutch all-wheel drive system with more robust capabilities and operation modes. Other trims familiar from before include the LS, LT, and the more sporting RS, which all feature their own personalities and the styling treatments inside and out. All trim grades lose the venerable 3.6-liter V6 once and for all, making way for an all-new LK0 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. The new powertrain offers up 315 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque, which is indeed more power than the old V6. For those counting, the new 2024 Chevrolet Traverse can tow up to 5,000 pounds when properly optioned. The interior makeover brings a new style and look, along with a raft of new standard technologies to bring the Traverse up to date with most of its rivals. The look might be familiar if you've been in a few new Chevys of late, with dual digital screens laid out in cockpit form. Center stage and standard is one of the largest screens in class, a 17.7-inch diagonal infotainment touchscreen. Even in base models, it will be well featured with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, along with several other expected standards. Ahead of the driver is an 11-inch digital instrument cluster, fully customizable, and the gear selector, you'll note, is actually an electronic toggle mounted to the steering column, something different from GM. This Chevrolet gives more space to the center console, which features a pass-through design and better layout for switches and cup holders. With 98 cubic feet of cargo space, we're told it will be best in class when it comes to size. There are multiple seating configurations available, from 7 passengers on most trim grades and up to 8 passengers with the base model LS trim grade. The redesigned 2024 Chevrolet Traverse arrives at dealerships in the first quarter of 2024 and will be built at GM's Lansing Delta Township production plant in Michigan. Pricing, specifications, and EPA miles per gallon will be announced closer to its on-sale date. This is an important product for Chevrolet because at the outset you might have caught when I said this is probably going to be one of the last gasoline-powered SUVs announced from GM. And the fact of the matter is that the brand is going all electric by the end of the next decade, and there aren't going to be that many more gasoline-powered rigs coming our way in terms of all new products. Now, we can look for a GMC variation and likely a Buick variation of this to come probably within the next year. And of course, a test drive is in order. Can't wait. That should be sometime next year. In the meantime, see our latest video right there, but better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel right there and stay informed of everything we do.